The Great Plain of Worcestershire is one of the most impressive scenes in all England, particularly when viewed from one of Worcestershire's most famous hills, Bredon Hill. On a clear summer's day, it's possible to see almost 10,000 square miles of unspoilt English countryside, stretching from the Midlands Plateau to Herefordshire and Wales, and to the Cotswold Ridge. Close to 1,000 feet above sea level, with a camp and earthworks older than history, Bredon affords striking views of Shakespeare's Avon as it rushes to meet the Severn, close to the Norman Abbey at Tewkesbury. The hill is ringed by ancient villages with fine old churches and listed buildings, but above all, a feast of black and white thatched houses that epitomize England to exiled expatriates and camera-snapping tourists. It's not surprising that much of this landscape has been designated an area of outstanding natural beauty and a conservation area. One of the most famous of these villages is Ashton Underhill, with its back to Bredon Hill, as its name implies. Ashton is a village of prettiness and dignity, with thatched half-timbered houses, wayside lawns and neat cottage gardens with roses and hollyhocks. Away from the hill, the village has fine views across open fields to the equally ancient communities of Sedgebarrow and Dumbleton and the start of the Cotswolds. Ashton Underhill is not a sleepy backwater, nor a living museum, but a thriving community with 2 schools, a church, a chapel, a popular old-style village pub, several thriving market gardens, and many clubs and societies. But a way of life envied by many is under threat. Houses don't sell, and garish day-glow posters shout a strident message of distress. Ashton, its community and businesses, are menaced by a proposal to extract sand and gravel from 92 acres of fields within a few hundred yards of this conservation area. Western Aggregates and RMC intend to profit from the extraction of sand and gravel in Ashton Underhill. Within a few meters of residents' and market gardeners' crops.
It would create problems as regards the dust on the fruit. I mean, you can't wash soft fruit, for instance. And, well, we wouldn't get people in here picking fruit, or we might find it even unsaleable.
And if we have to send it to market, it's got to be first class, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise it would just be downgraded. If it was really that bad, I mean, they could condemn it and take it off sale.
He said, if we do any damage to your crops, you'll have to sue us. We wouldn't have the money to do it, would we?
Okay. Well, we couldn't afford to sue a company like that, not.
On their own admission, Western Aggregates will not bring employment or any other benefit to the communities of Ashton, Sedgebarrow and Dumbleton. But at least 4 thriving market gardeners may be wiped out of business by their proposed activities. The balance sheet of losses and gains doesn't end here, for contractors' heavy lorries dripping wet sand will toil up this village street past schools and houses, creating exhaust pollution as well as a new road safety hazard. Every 12 minutes of every weekday, a laden Western Aggregates lorry, dripping small stones, sand and water, will struggle into the stream of traffic on this road, which carries 1,000 vehicles an hour. These fine oaks, these fields, and the wildlife that inhabits them will disappear into the buckets of the drag lines and be lost forever. For a decade, these tranquil fields will be replaced by intrusive earthworks, heavy plant and equipment, and, above all, noise. Since the deposits here are extensive, there's the danger that other operators may be given permission, turning this gentle vale into one huge earthwork. No longer would walkers and ramblers on the Wychavon Way enjoy these breathtaking views. After a minimum 10-year nightmare, Western Aggregates believes it can improve on the original environment with recreational lakes and associated commercialism. But is all this necessary? Are sand and gravel deposits in short supply? The facts speak for themselves. Based on estimates prepared in the heady days of the property boom, 12 years' supply has already been approved in the county of Hereford and Worcester, not including 2 large sites in the Lug Valley and at Clifton. Western Aggregates claims that Ashton is to replace the exhausted Breedon's Hardwick, the identical argument used to secure the right to exploit the Ripple site, still not worked. A company owes 3 principal duties: to its shareholders, its employees, and to the community in which it operates. The communities of Ashton, Sedgebarrow and Dumbleton believe it's their duty to preserve this heritage for future generations, and that they, together with their elected representatives, need to remind RMC and Western Aggregates of their duty to the community and say no to sand and gravel extraction at Ashton-under-Hill.